How are things playing out this morning?
Well, we are seeing droves of people coming in on this Friday morning, but this is not uncommon. At least that's according to the people on the ground that we've been speaking with this morning so far. But there are about more than 40 cancellations here at EWR Airport. But it is important to note, as we look more nationally, this is the 72nd worst day in terms of flight cancellations since January 2024. So the size and scope isn't necessarily catastrophic. A lot of analysts saying that it could be potentially benign. But of course, what still remains on the mind of travelers, those in the economy, a lot of leaders right now, is when we're going to see an end to this government shutdown.
And how much longer it goes on for. And if, Lisa, this goes on until Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, that's sort of the end date for a lot of people who say that would cause a lot of disruption, considering it's one of the busiest holiday seasons of the entire travel season. I just think it might be a little bit not acceptable if you think about some of the people.
Anne-Marie's ready to give people a lift to California.
I think that she's got her van ready.
I'm just saying there are other ways. But yes, I've always said that this was going to be the breaking point for this government shutdown. And just publishing now, Greg Valliere agrees. The airline crisis pushed Congress closer to passing a stopgap funding measure, kicking the can down the road.
Norah, I just want to come back to you briefly, just for a quick follow-up question. Norah, when you speak to people on the ground, are they aware of the government shutdown? Just how unpopular is this thing at the moment with the general public?
So in those I've spoken to thus far, they are aware of the government shutdown. I actually talked to some of the employees here at EWR, and they are saying that a lot of TSA agents here, they've experienced this before. This is not the first government shutdown that they've seen. So a lot of them seem, quote unquote, unfazed for the time being, but they are, of course, concerned as to whether or not this continues to prolong, being that this is the longest U.S. shutdown that we have seen thus far.